Jess here. Welcome back to another video. Today is another crochet one, and I am showing you how I made this really cute strawberry cardigan that I'm wearing right now. This is the second cardigan that I've ever made, and yeah, I want to show you how I made it. Before I get into it though, I just want to say a massive thank you for all of your love and support on my first crochet video. That one was making the patchwork cardigan inspired by the Harry Styles cardigan. I was so nervous and excited to put that up, and you guys just loved it, so thank you so much. If you haven't checked it out, then I'll have it in the cards for you to go and watch after this one. But yeah, I of course wanted to come and give you another crochet video. I am just like so into crochet right now, and so yeah, there's gonna be a lot of crochet videos coming your way, just be warned right now. So like I said, I'm gonna be showing you how I made this really cute strawberry cardigan. I've seen this all over Pinterest and TikTok, and I really just wanted to make it. This video it's not really a tutorial, it's not really a crochet with me. It's just kind of like, I don't know what this video is. It's not really a tutorial, it's kind of just like a, this is what I did to get this finished product kind of thing. So I hope you enjoy this anyway. I'm gonna leave links down below to videos that I watched to help me get here, and other tutorials and videos and stuff, so yeah, definitely check those out. Before we get into it, definitely remember to subscribe to my channel if you guys would like to see more crochet content coming your way. And also we do a lot of vlogs here, we do work weeks in my lives, and we just overall have a nice fun time here in this channel, so definitely subscribe. And yeah, I've been babbling on enough, so let's get into how I made this strawberry cardigan. So the way this cardigan is made is it's made up of 4 pieces. The 2 sleeves, the back panel, and then the 2 front panel. I did math wrong, that's 5 pieces. I can't do maths. And then we make the little strawberry pieces and add them on afterwards. That is the overall way of how we made this cardigan. So what you'll need to make this cardigan is of course some yarn. I use the 4 Season Spot Saver USA style 100% acrylic yarn. It's obviously in a purple shade. I used the pink shade. I used about 2.5 rolls of this. This one is about 200 grams, so I used about 450 grams, I would say. And then for the little strawberries, I used again 4 Seasons yarn. This is in a nice light red shade, and then I use this yarn for the little leaves of the strawberry. It's just a beautiful sage green shade, so that's what I use for the strawberries. Pretty much only use like half a roll of each of these. I use a 5mm crochet hook for all of the cardigan. You'll need a darning needle to sew everything all together, measuring tape, and scissors. So I started with the sleeves first. Sleeves I started off by making the cuff. It's about 12 chains long, and then you do a half double crochet into the back loops only until you've got the full length of your wrist. What you do is join together the ends to make a circle. I just use my crochet hook to slip stitch it together. Then we're going to start working in the round, and this was my very first time working in the round. So working in the round, it can be kind of confusing when you don't know what you're doing, which was me. But also the tricky thing about this one is we're also increasing as well as working in the round, and so all of that was just very new to me. I'd never increased before either, and why you're increasing is obviously to make the sleeve bigger. I wanted mine to be a little bit, they're not too like puffy or balloony, but they obviously don't stick to my arm. The technique I tried was trying to increase in every second stitch, and it was just, you can see it kind of better in this clip. It would like curl up, I think because I was increasing way too much, and it was just, yeah, it was just curling up, and it just wasn't doing what I wanted a sleeve to do. I undid that one, and I ended up just increasing once every round, and that was really perfect. It didn't increase it too much, so the sleeve isn't too big. Also with working in the round, I didn't realize you're supposed to, like, once you finish a round, you then turn your work and go back round the other way and keep doing it kind of like that way. I just kept like going round and round like in the same direction, and I think it didn't mess up my sleeve, but it just wasn't the proper technique. I think I don't know if you know, if you can really notice, but there's a seam that goes like diagonally like down my sleeve when it's supposed to just be one straight seam, and that was because I wasn't going back round when I was starting new rows. I'll leave videos down below on how to properly work in the round, but yeah, it was a little bit of a struggle for me, but the sleeves turned out fine in the end. I pretty much kept working in the round for the sleeves up till it reached my armpit. I believe this was about 50 rows for me for the arms. After that, it was time to work on the front panel. I pretty much do this in a very similar way to the sleeve. So I started off by making the bottom ribbing first. Again, I did 10 chains and I did a half double crochet in the back loops only until it was about 10 inches long. From there, you can kind of turn the work on the side so it's horizontal and then start doing half double crochets along the top of it. And now with this one, you kind of want to just put a stitch in kind of any hole you can find so that you can start stitching upwards and start making the front panel. So the front panels are kind of hard to explain because it kind of almost has a triangle on the very edge of it, because it has a V up the top and then down the bottom it kind of puffs out and it goes back in at the waist, which I really love the look of. You could just go ahead and make a normal just rectangle if you didn't want the V shape here. If you do want to make it how I made it, then this is how I did it. After adding single stitches to the top of the ribbing that we just made, we're then going to start double crocheting, and how we're going to start each of these rows is by crocheting into the exact same stitch. So it's almost like you're increasing on the very first stitch, and then you keep doing that for the next 6 rows. It's gonna kind of have a flared out edge where you've been increasing when we start it, and then it's gonna have a straight edge on the other side where we haven't been increasing. From then on, instead of putting a stitch into the very same stitch that we started with, we're going to do it into the next stitch. So basically you're going to stop increasing for the next 4 rows. At this point you should have about 10 rows. At the end of the 10th row, you're going to want to decrease in the last 2 stitches, and that's going to create this part of the cardigan. So it's going to start turning into the V-neck. You want to make sure you're only decreasing and increasing on one side of the panel. The other side should be completely straight. It's only supposed to be like out like this. I'll do a drawing. This is, I don't know what my hand gestures is. This is what I mean by that. You're only increasing and decreasing on one side of the panel. You basically just want to keep doing those decreases until you've reached about 25 rows or until your panel is at the height you want it for the front of your body. So this is for quite a cropped cardigan, so if you don't want it to be cropped, you can keep going and make it a little bit longer, but I wanted mine to be cropped, so I stopped at 25 rows. And then you obviously want to do this twice for the 2 fronts. For the back panel, it's super simple. You're basically just going to do the exact same way how we started the cuffs and the front panel. You just want to do the ribbing and you're going to make it double the length of the front panel that you made. So my 2 front panel pieces were 10 inches long each, and so my back panel I made it 20 inches long. Again, you want a single crochet across the top of that panel, and then you're going to be doing a double crochet for about 25 rows, so it's the same height as your front panel. There's no decreases, no increases in this one. It's just going to be a normal rectangle. And now you've got all your pieces for the cardigan, it's time to sew it all together. So I just took my darning needle and my pink yarn again, and I sewed all the pieces together. This one is quite self-explanatory, but you just want to make sure all of your pieces are right side inward, so that once you put the right sides out, all the seams are invisible, and then yeah, you should have a cardigan that you can wear. So the final part of the actual cardigan itself is the ribbing. So this little piece that goes around, and then it also has the buttonholes too and a place for the buttons. So for this bit, it's pretty much the exact same as how you make the ribbing for all the other pieces of the cardigan. So instead of chaining 10 like we did for the rest of the ribbing, I chained 6. So for this one, I kind of just measured it as I went, but this is just going to depend on the size of your cardigan and, you know, how yours looks. You basically just want to make a chain that goes fully around your neck and down to the bottom of your cardigan. I also added buttonholes in this one, but basically for the buttonholes it's super easy. Started doing the row as usual in the first 2 chains, and then I just went and chained 3, skipped 3, and then started chaining again just to make a little gap in between. I also made sure I had enough rows in between each button so that it was all even and they all lined up nicely and evenly. Again, I will leave a tutorial about how to make buttonholes in the description, don't you worry. From there, you then just sew on the ribbing like you did for the rest of the cardigan. You sew on the buttons, again with your darning needle. Now it's time to make the strawberries. So for the strawberries, I have, again, a tutorial linked down below. This is just way too hard for me to explain, and the woman in the tutorial I followed did an amazing job explaining it, so I'm not even going to bother to try. I made about 10 strawberries that I used my actual cardigan. In actuality, I probably made about 20 strawberries because this did take me a little while to get the hang of. I think they turned out cute. Some of them are a bit bigger, a bit more lopsided than others, but I still love all the strawberries anyway. So once you're done with making your strawberries, I then just sewed them on with the pink yarn as well, so it would be a little bit more invisible, and that is it. That is the finished cardigan. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't as helpful as most crochet tutorials should be. This was only my second time ever filming a crochet video, as well as my only second ever project. So when I filmed this, I was still very new to crochet, and I still am to this day. For context, I finished this cardigan late July and it's October now, so it has been a little while since I finished this cardigan, and since then I've definitely made so many more projects that I really want to show you, and I've definitely improved my techniques. I hope you enjoyed this video anyway, and I hope it was still helpful or at least enjoyable. I am really happy with my cardigan. I think it turned out so well. Like, I'm so shocked how well it turned out. But let me know what you think of my cardigan and how I did, and also please leave any suggestions of what you think I should make next. Always looking for new crochet projects to make, and I'd love to know what you guys would like to see as well. I will also try and be better at filming crochet tutorials, so keep an eye out for future crochet tutorials. I really hope I will have improved. Just give this video a huge thumbs up if you liked it. It really helps me out, lets YouTube know that you like this video and that more people should see it. And yeah, I really appreciate all of your support on my last crochet video, like I said earlier, and I'm just so excited to be putting out more crochet videos. It's such a huge hobby and passion of mine. I literally am non-stop crocheting all the time now. So also, if you want to keep up with my crochet projects, my crochet shenanigans, I have made a new Instagram account for it. If you just want to see things I've been making lately, definitely follow my crochet Instagram. It's just crochet with Cass, and yeah, I've just been really loving making things lately. And of course, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future crochet videos or work vlogs. We have a good old time here on my channel, just all about good vibes and doing what you love. So yes, thank you again so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you back here next week for a brand new video. All right, bye. Mwah.